Hey, let's go ahead and get started with a messages from our spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, this one's one, this one's two. I'm going to put these two back. I'm going to take that one. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, get caught up, and start that hustle towards your goals and dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move. Say yes to life. Pick up the phone. Make that decision and take that one step towards the gods or us. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities to show up as if by magic. Well, we know it's really spirit and all of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we are saying go for it. Take positive action towards your dreams and take positive action towards your dreams. Even if the outcome isn't an exact fit for your agenda, it will all be orchestrated by spirit and arrive in divine appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it works? We love you so, so much. I love that. Like, I don't even want to go any further. Listen, you take one step towards the gods, they'll take 10 steps towards you. All you have to do is just put one foot in front of the other. There are so many people right now who still have a foot in the past, who are, still looking back. And right now, we have every freaking planet direct. You're not going to have this for very long. So this is an opportunity for us to move forward. It's the first time since November where we haven't had a planet retrograde. Now, Pluto is going to go retrograde at the end of May. So think about that. You take Pluto out of the mix, we have until July to get moving. This is not a time to sit back and wait. Well, everything's got to be perfect. Everything has to be into alignment. No, you tell the universe what you want and then move towards it. They will align all the people, places, and things that you need to pick up along the journey. It's like all the tools in your tool belt, and all you have to do is be willing to move forward. Like, you can't get anything better than that. Let's go ahead and see. Energy Oracle. They want me to shuffle. Okay, yeah. So for some of you, there's a lot of anxiety about it. That's why you're not taking any action. You're nervous about, okay, well, what if it's just about you getting information about it, right? Say you want to move to a different country. What are you going to do? You're going to start learning the language. So maybe it's time for you to, download an app and start, or go get a book, or, whatever you need in order to learn that language so that you can get around. And, or if it's for a new job, like, start researching it. YouTube is a great tool to research anything that you want, like whether it be moving or it's starting a new career, or, like you want to do a cooking show, start following people. If it's about relationships, it's like, okay, well, get out of your house. Go do something. What do we got here? All tied up. Yeah, you've been all tied up. All the planets have been all tied up, which has felt like we could not move forward. But this is about untangling yourself from things that are tying you up. Clean that house, clean your car out, go do a yard sale, start getting rid of things that are holding you back, especially for those of you that want to travel, like lighten the load a little bit. What else do we have here? That one wants to fall out. Appreciation. We've got patience, and we've got the temple path. Oh my God. You know what? Just finding appreciation in where you've been and having the patience and the wherewithal in order for you to be able to move forward. And you're going to find that temple path. You're going to find, like, everything you need along the journey. Woman holding a heart. So are you a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? Is this about love? Maybe for some of you, like, you were all tied up and tangled into a relationship, or like just life gets in the way sometimes and we don't feel like we have time for love. Maybe that's also um another aspect. But this is about finding appreciation in where you've been. Even for some of you, this has been a very barren time. It's been a very barren time, but appreciating even just the small things, appreciating even the things that have, held you back. Okay, but those things don't have to be anymore. This is a time where it's telling you good news is happening for you. For some of you, this is about you are now ready to go on that journey. For some of you, it's like whether it be love or career or but it's about keeping your heart wide open. Keeping your heart wide open. Want to see what this means. What are we talking about here, Spirit? Which cards do they want me to use? Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello. Hi. We got Phoenix on the other side that wants to tear up a box. All right, so let's find out what this is. Okay, so what is the all tied up? Spirit, please show me the all tied up. The Empress, the mother, your mother's been all tied up, or this is like your abundance has been all tied up, because the Empress is all about, I keep hearing breaking free. There's something about somebody breaking free. But the Empress is all about knowing your value, knowing your worth. It's all about um being able to, create. What else? What do we have for the appreciation? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is the pre-Empress energy. I apologize, you guys. Phoenix, come here, baby. What do we got for patience? Yeah, Three of Swords. And what do we have for the Temple Path? Well, we got two cards out for the Temple Path. Temperance, which is patience, and the Moon. And bottom of the deck with the woman holding a heart. This is the Hermit. Phoenix. Okay, so with that said, can you guys give me a minute? Sorry. Let me put him out. I apologize. You guys can fast forward through this. About 2 minutes at that. Okay, you guys, my apologies. My apologies. All right. So, with that said, okay, woman holding a heart. What's clarifying that is the Hermit. The Hermit is about doing deep introspection. So, for some of you, if this is a relationship situation, for some of you, you've been single for a very long time, not so willing to give of your heart. I feel like for a lot of you, this is about you learning, like, it's about being emotionally available, right? And for some of you, you just have not been emotionally available. There's been like a cold spell in your relationships. And why is that? Because you were being held back so that you could embody this divine feminine energy. For some of you, you were really holding back. Like there was a lot that you needed to learn. And now I think for a lot of you, you are a lot more grounded. It's really funny because they're both in a garden. What's clarifying the appreciation card is they're both in a garden. And I see the Queen of Pentacles as somebody who, you see both of these cards and they're all alone. You see all these cards of this woman being alone, alone. Okay. And it was due to some heartache, it was due to, again, not being emotionally available. But I feel like, again, you were holding back on really maturing. Now, when I look at the Queen of Pentacles, she's looking down at that pentacle and she's like, I have everything, but there's still something that is lacking, and it's like she wants to share that pentacle. She has everything that she needs. It's just there is still a little bit of this residual energy left over that needs to be dispelled, because I do feel like whoever this is, you are working on yourself. You're working on your finances. You're working on your health. You're working on, like working on just being a different person when it comes to relationships, because again, we are the common denominator of all the rises and falls in our relationships. And because of that, with the temple path, this is about you being led. This is about you being led towards what it is that you love. Now, if this isn't a relationship, it's opening your heart to a new business, or maybe you are becoming a counselor or a therapist, or even going to a therapist or a counselor or a life coach or any of one of those things, because there is this psychic energy. And maybe for some of you, this is about utilizing your psychic abilities or tapping into those psychic abilities or learning more about those psychic abilities, investing into those, or even getting a reading, right? So with the temple path, I do feel like everything in that you need is being alchemized in the background. We do have the angel here, and he is, pouring from one cup to another without spilling a drop. And it's funny because we have this temple path, and you see the path here in the background of the temperance card. So this, temperance is really all about being patient with yourself. There was certain things that you needed to walk away from. There were certain people, certain situations that had to be cleared in order for you to be able to go on this path. And I feel like for a lot of you, this path was a lone path. It was not for everyone else to go on this path with you. Okay. So, it's funny because we have the path and the temperance, and we also got the moon, and you see the path here. And I feel like the path is, again, like I'm feeling this, like being, unraveled for you in the background. I feel like there is this, alchemy that's going on behind the scenes, something you're not seeing that's actually going to take you down this road, and you have to be willing to go. It's like, dogs are all about loyalty, and they're out howling at the moon. So I don't know if, like, because this is in the future, is this the next full moon, by the next full moon, or we are having these, we just came off of a Virgo full moon eclipse, and then we had the Virgo Libra or Libra eclipse, or excuse me, full moon, my goodness, or is this the by the Sagittarius moon, because this does rule Sagittarius. Sagittarius is right after the Scorpio full moon. We'll have a Sagittarius full moon right after that. So timing is everything. I almost get like timing is everything. For some of you, this is definitely about that timing. Which I believe we have in May, is it? Correct me if I'm wrong if we have the full moon in Sagittarius. I believe it's by May. Because it'll be in Gemini season. So May, June. May, June. So it's like, have patience. I feel like for some of you, if this is a 3-person situation, I feel like somebody could be traveling to you. You could have like a group of 3. It could be 3 women. They could all be mothers. I feel like, getting together with a group of mothers also. I feel like you're trying to manifest something, bring something together. You guys could definitely be bringing, like, it could be like a humanitarian thing. It could be like, we're going to, have a party. It could be a business proposition where there's 1, 2, 3 of you. Or there's just 2 of you and you guys are both in the Empress energy, but one is more like, I feel like it's both of your passion and it's something practical that you guys can be doing. Doesn't matter. It could be 3 and then down to 2. The path that you are being led down is going to be available to you. It's taking a minute. But I feel like everything that you're doing is necessarily for that path, whether it's you going into a path of love, you going into a new career, starting a humanitarian project, or I just heard grants, getting grants for something. I also get somebody wants to pay you for something. Somebody is wanting to invest in something with you. Don't get discouraged is what I want to tell you. Even when it feels like nothing is working out, everything is working out in the background. You just literally can't see it, but it is, you got the temple path and then these two cards with paths in them in the background. It's like what has been hidden in the dark is going to come to light. And it's a path that you didn't even realize was available to you. But you got to have patience. You're going to have patience. If this is investing in a house, okay, maybe for some of you, this is, you investing in the house. Maybe you're in this position of you're like, well, I can't really afford it. And maybe for some of you, you're just too afraid to go out and get some type of information and somebody connects you with somebody. Okay. Because there is 3 women here. It's maybe even just where you can go get information of like what you need to do in order to go down this path. My nose just started itching just drastically when I said that. And you're going to be very appreciative that you went. Maybe they have a meeting or maybe they offer you a consultation, to sit down and go over your finances, go over your assets, debts, those types of things and do some type of a financial planning. Don't get discouraged. Have patience. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's an opportunity for you to go and talk to this wise one. It's like somebody who has the information that you need. But this person is somebody who is very loving. There's somebody that you can trust, okay? And they're going to help your dreams come true. You got the star right there in the lantern. What do we do with stars? We hope, we wish, we dream. What do we have? The moon here, Is that the stars in the background? And then we've got the stars on her crown. So keep that dream alive, some people will, they're going to say this or I have this debt. So instead of going and talking and figuring it out, we hold ourselves back, even though like there's an opportunity, there's this path that's formulating and all we have to do is get into alignment. Don't worry about how it's going to work out. Just go. If you have the means to go and you can like get some information or invest in, a rating even. And if you've gotten this far, please give it a thumbs up, you guys. And please comment, even if it's just an emoji, it helps our channel grow. Even if you give it a thumbs down, it still helps my channel grow. So, anyway, with that said, it's like, this is the time. And that's what the postcard from Spirit is telling you is go in the path. Don't stay frozen, start researching, get on YouTube, make a few phone calls, talk to a friend. Maybe they know somebody that's the right person that you need to talk to in order for you to come out of whatever this, you might have to cut some losses. You might have to cut back on your spending. You might, maybe you're bleeding out on Netflix, but you don't even watch Netflix because you're never home because you're always at work. Like, why do you even have it? You know what I mean? Like those types of things. Do you really need 15 different channels? Like, no, not really. Cancel some. Pull back on your spending. Especially if you want something to work out. And it's going to take patience. It's going to take time. It's going to take work. Yes. But whatever it is leading you to, if it's leading you to love, if it's leading you to career, maybe all of the above, maybe it's leading you to everything that your heart could ever desire. All your hopes, all your wishes, all your dreams, and ones that you didn't even know you had. I'm going to leave that there. Love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. We really do need the comments in order for us to get into the algorithm. I do apologize for not being able to upload lately, but I've been very discouraged. I'm not going to lie. I've got over 2,000 videos on YouTube and it's just like, I have felt like I'm spinning my wheels. Like we really do rely on you guys, to help us like grow on YouTube. And without those interactions, we really can't move forward. Also, it's been discouraging uploading because I am trying to get my Starlink. It's actually that box right over there in the corner. So hopefully I will have that because otherwise it takes me like 4 or 5 hours sometimes to upload just one video because I did move off grid. So that's another reason. And I've just been focused on so many other things. And no matter what, I'm still here and I'm still providing readings. You know, donations always, you know, help motivate us to continue going, you know, even if it's $1 or 50 cents, you know, or a cup of coffee. Even, you know, that really does help because otherwise we've got, you know, we've got other jobs and we've got other things that we got to focus on. And it's like, you know, we give out so much content that it's nice to be able to have, like I said, something so free as like a thumbs up or, you know, a share or, you know, just a, hey, thank you, or even a fuck off. Like, you know, again, that's still content, even though it's negative, and some people are just like that, but you know, so be it. But please don't say that. I will delete your comment because I don't really need that kind of interaction. But you guys know what I'm saying. Anyway, I love you guys all so much. And I thank each and every one of you guys for being here. I really, truly do. I have been on YouTube now 5 years and I've been spinning my wheels. And even though I'm only reaching sometimes 20, 30, 40 people, maybe 60 at other times, you know, I'm here because I really do believe in what we're doing. And I know that even if my numbers are low, that it's still touching the people that need to hear the message. So with that said, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. And again, thank you for being here. And I love you guys all so much. Take care.